concert saw a lot of people tripping in to also support the Queen, in her interesting, performances. But one thing that also has been a conversation that most people, especially with the African community, is the fact that Beyonce has not really been so much respectful to the African community, which of course some say that Beyonce has been snubbing African countries when it comes to her shows or her tours, and people really are livid about it. We'll find out exactly what some also have taken to social media to say. And of course, what really is your personal observation so far on this year's Renaissance concert? Your thought and comment also will be appreciated in the comment section. Let's get interactive on this particular episode of today's program. This is editions of Pinax News. For more news, do visit pinaxnews.com. And of course, let's get interactive over there. Now, Beyonce's Renaissance concert, I should say, saw her perform to close to 32 countries. But first, do you remember Beyonce announcing that she will be performing at any, African country? I mean, it's just a general question I'm asking. Did she once say she will perform at any African country this year, at this year's Renaissance concert? I think it was Jay-Z, that had a hoodie top apparently with a certain inscription, of course, citing Ghana and other, African country, aside from Ghana, which of course many people were anticipating that maybe Beyonce or maybe Jay-Z himself would be performing at this year's Renaissance concert, or even have a show at any of this African, country. But looks like Beyonce apparently has been snubbing the African community, and they are very, very livid about this particular, situation. Now, let's get you a tweet that shows that indeed Beyonce has confirmed, that her Renaissance tour is over for now. And so this is the tweet now. It shows that Beyonce has officially concluded, her Renaissance World Tour after 56 shows. Wow, 56 shows. Initially, I did say 32 or something. Well, 56 shows. That's a whole lot, over there. Now, an interesting conversation has really come up because this year's Renaissance concert saw so much projection, or involvement with the LGBT community, and that may be the reason why Beyonce apparently did not, venture to even penetrate into the African community, or try to even bring her Renaissance tour, at any of the African country, because of course she this year particularly centered so much about the LGBT community, and of course looks like the African community frowned so much about the laws, or I should say the alignment with the LGBT community. And so Beyonce apparently, I mean, I'm not speaking for Beyonce, I'm just trying to juxtapose means or reasons why she apparently may have snubbed the African community with her Renaissance tour so far. Now, interesting conversation and tweet going on social media, and I think we can put some tweet on your screens for you to see how some people have been expressing their disgust about Beyonce's snap so far. Now, this person, who happens to be Danny, did post this on on his, Twitter page, asking why Beyonce did, snub the African community with her Renaissance tour, or has been snubbing the African community for some time now. He said that someone remove Africa from the world map. Snubbing your motherland in a supposed world tour is just wild. This is what this person says. I can take it again. Says that did someone remove Africa from the world map? Snubbing your motherland in a supposed world tour is just wild. Now, interesting tweet that came beneath this, post, that this particular fan, not just him alone, when you go to social media, apparently, a lot of people are livid about, especially with some or most African personalities, or I should say, African Beehive fans who really felt very disappointed that Beyonce did not even put any respect, show respect or give any sort of respect to the African community, because of course we do know that she has some songs with some African giants, the likes of Burna Boy. No, not Burna Boy. Hey, that's Wizkid, a brown-skinned girl, and the most famous, popular song of all time that's already that she, did collaborated with Shatta Wale, both in Nigeria and in Ghana, and across even some African, continents. Now, people especially were anticipating to see at least a collaboration with most African community, or maybe even come along with her Renaissance tour down, west or south whatsoever in the African community. But looks like she has been snubbing Africa for some time now, and looks like that is what some fans especially say, that they are not really going to accept this. Now, moving on to some interesting tweet on social media. This person, who happens to be Pabalo, okay, that's the name, I guess. Now, she also came to give some interesting reasons here. Now, she said that South Africa, is extremely LGBTQ plus friendly. We have one of the best constitutions in the world. We even celebrate Pride Month and paint the street in rainbow colors. Now, she apparently didn't understand why, if this LGBT thing was the main hindrance, why Beyonce apparently did not really want to push her Renaissance tour to any of this African country. This person here is saying that, well, if let alone for South Africans, they especially are really LGBT friendly because they have pride months that they celebrate. They do even allow people to be who they want to be, and of course, even that alone is not something concrete enough for Beyonce to have snubbed, especially South Africans from this Renaissance concert. But moving on to another interesting tweet. This person also cited saying that, how is she going to perform Renaissance in a homophobic countries? This tweet really got me thinking, so I'm just thinking out loud that as high and prolific as Beyonce is as we speak, of course, she's renowned. She is iconic. She's the diva of all divas, I should say. All respect to other divas, but Beyonce currently is the reigning diva, across all, songstresses, whatever, or titles. So that respect be given to him. Now, if this is really the conversation that we'll be having, and this person says that, how is she going to perform Renaissance in a homophobic country? Someone rightly said in the beginning, South Africans are, LGBT friendly. So what really is the, the situation here? Now, this particular one even got me in limbo. I really was befuddled when I did see this tweet about City Boy. Now, City Boy also came out with some interesting conversations saying that even in movies, when the world wants to end, they forget about Africa. How? How do they forget about Africans? So Beyonce currently is being accused of, racism, and of course showing so much, disdain for the black community. I should say, the minority groups in Africa. I should say, especially because her Renaissance tour, if she was able to, penetrate into about 52 countries, was it 32 or 52? Well, not so sure with the figure anyway. But whether 2 or 52 or 32, there's a 2. Well, that's what I knew, and so that's what really some fans of Beyonce really, are not having it, easy. And of course, looks like they are very worried with this whole situation. Well, Beyonce, over to you, and I'm sure that your team next time, if there is any Renaissance tour whatsoever, any album, you will pay attention to the African community. Well, this is the Daily Trends and has been Daily Trends on Pinax News. Let us know what you think about this. Thanks for watching.